Leroy Fatman Thompson, welcome to Profile.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so as I said, I always start out with a list of accolades, and your list is very, very long. Can't even read through all of it. And I'll share a little bit with the viewers, a little bit of the work that you've done, but starting with the artists. Read like a who's who of Jamaican music, as I said in the intro. So Lieutenant Stitchie, Wayne Ranking, Louis Culture, Macca Diamond singing Melody, Wayne Wonder, Bounty Killer, Elephant Man, Ninja Man, Super Cat, Lady Sauce, Sanchez, Terror Fabulous, Beanie Man, General Degree, Morgan Heritage. We really cannot name everybody because this would take forever. Coco T, Uroy. In your career that has spanned various, I would say, sort of facets of the Jamaican reggae industry, most largely as a studio and live sound engineer. And as a matter of fact, this is one of the reasons we have this big award right in front of me on set, the 2023 Jamaica Reggae Industry Award for Extraordinary Impact on the Reggae Industry. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
Feel good, Very, very good. I have to big up Jerry because this all the years been in the business, this is the first one. And it is so weird because when he must have Rockers Award, that year they did certain of the award. Because the producer of the year, it was the studio me I work. Song of the year, I me mix it. Singer of the year, I me record him. DJ of the year, I me record him. All the songs of the year, I me record them. Yet still I me never get the award. So I cannot give up an award. I just go and do my thing for the
So this feels even better from that perspective because this covers all of that.
Yes, man. Elated, man. Big up to Jaria. Yeah, man.
So how does it feel now when I read out that list, and this is just some of them, how does it feel to hear all of these names and know that this is work that you've done throughout your career?
Well, most of the time, when the places and hear a certain song and know see me work on it, it's a joy, man. It's a joy. Compared to me I hear now. Because real music then compared to me I hear now. All
right, so I want to talk a little bit about real music then compared to now. But before we get to that, I want to talk a little bit about the field. Because people know the names, they know the names of the artists, but as is the case with many kinds of art, a lot more goes into the creation of it, particularly music. And people don't know and hear about the people behind the scenes who produce the music, who do the sound. So first, let's talk about how you got into the field.
From school, Was doing electrical installation. Started
This was Pembroke Hall High?
Yeah, man, Pembroke Hall. No, it was secondary that time. It wasn't high school yet. Started a course at National Technical School. I was doing electronics that time now. But we'd have to pay the tuition fee out of my little lunch money. Because my brother was the prize son because he get track scholarship for KC. Me I go to Pembroke Hall, so my brother, mama's boy, because we never grow no old man. So me I do my little thing at National Technical School. Then we send down the schematic diagram for the radio. Me have to assemble the radio, get the radio play, and ship it back to them. But during that time now, we had an old projector at school where we used to graduation. No, not graduation, devotion, sorry. So every Monday morning, I have to connect it up, make sure the speaker in the right place, give the principal the mic. So that's how it starts.
Was it the electrical installation, or did you always have an affinity, kind of like for putting things back together?
Yeah, man, because thanks to a lot of good friends, Irvin, may so rest in peace, Errol Chambers, they used to teach me like electronics. So it's like every day I'm late for school, Because evening shift me up on, so I have to fix a little radio, a little TV, bed, put on my school clothes, go deliver it.
Suppose you're doing work, you're supposed to be preparing to go to school, but you're doing this first.
Because as we say, brother and mama's boy, so I have to fend for myself. So fix the little radio, bed, put on my school clothes, go deliver it, get a little pay for that, I'm going to reach a school because that's my lunch money.
Didn't grow up with a father, so let's talk about the circumstances in which you grew up. What was the family like? What was your mom like?
Well, my mom was a good lady, Very, very good lady. May her soul rest in peace. The old man now, he has a story by himself. Because of him, I can write a book about hungry. So anytime you see a little youth out the road and say, I'm hungry, that touch a nerve. But growing up in Waterhouse, we never turned to where we see. We decided to say, well, yeah, we have to take a different road. So me the venture there, so. Thanks to my brother, John T, my father was a producer. So one day I go to Channel 1 studio, go do a session. He said, Fatman, try with me. I will go down there, watch a group there, well pleased and satisfied a record. That time I go in my car key close to, you know. And I go see soldier around the board. And from that session there, every day, me there at Channel 1. Me there at Channel 1 day in, day out, in my school clothes.
What was it about that made you want to continue to do?
All right, because from me going there and me say soldier at work, the whole, everything just amazed me, the sound and all the buttons in front of him. Me just marvel and I say, no star, this look like a me. And then when me go back to the little project at school now for connect up for devotion, me I say,
it doesn't compare.
Yeah. Somebody says, no man, me I go start go Channel 1 at the time.
But Channel 1 didn't want you at that point.
No, because they be around me out every day. Every day, little boy, school boy, come out here. They run me out every day. So sometimes the musician or the arts you work will send me go shop. Me glad for go. Because the opportunity now for carrying back the provisions of my bike. I give them. And by the time I give them, say, you know ready to come out here again. And they run me out. Till one day, soldier say, Zebi, make him stay, man. Make him stay. And from Zebi say that, man. Come like a down there me live.
Morning, noon, and night.
Yeah, man. So I still have to give even peace of me I want to soldier me. Him soul rest in peace. Yeah, man. Because from Zebi say, make him stay. Me live down there.
How did this lead to understanding the area more?
Me no ram for ask question when soldier now do session and Bonnie time work Bonnie, he must say, boy, my little youth, bring him on and same like come me to ask soldier questions, me ask Bonnie time too. So it's like them never ram for share the knowledge. Then one day now, the same Virgin read a record, well pleased and satisfied is a Waterhouse group. He made a go down at Tubby's studio. Go buy a mixing board from Tubby's.
This would be King Tubby's?
Yes. Because the Waterhouse we live. And him say, boy, I try to do it. So when me go, me hear thing I go in the studio. But I never in there with it. We're in a little electronics area. Because Tubby's hook up the board to make Jerry say the board in a plain condition. So me find my way in the studio, go see professor at work. When them don't negotiate business, then can't find me. Because in the studio me there. And professor now run me out neither. Because me in there, I stand up and I watch him all along. And I say,
just watching how he was operating?
Yes, man. And I say, what was this, So closer to me than Channel 1.
But, well, I want to hear a little bit more about that story, but I have to take a break now on Profile. My guest is Leroy Fatman Thompson, and we're back with you on the other side of these messages.